Uber driver who hated the Queen attacked cops with sword at Buckingham Palace. An ISIS-supporting Uber driver who attacked police officers with a samurai sword outside Buckingham Palace did so because he hated the Queen, a court has heard. Mohiussunnath Chowdhury, 27, shouted Allahu Akbar, God is the greatest, as two officers grappled with him near Buckingham Palace on August 25 last year. Chowdhury drove at police who eventually overpowered him with CS spray, the Old Bailey was told. The court was shown the 3-feet-long sword with which he injured PC Ian Midgley and Detective Sergeant Gavin Hutt. After he was arrested, a suicide note to his sister was found. He allegedly wrote, "Tell everyone that I love them and that they should struggle against the enemies of Allah with their lives and their property. The Queen and her soldiers will all be in the hellfire. They go to war with Muslims around the world and kill them without any mercy. They are the enemies that Allah tells us to fight." Half an hour before he sent the note, he bought a knife sharpener at Sainsbury's to sharpen the sword before the attack. The defendant, from Luton, denies preparing acts of terrorism, claiming he only wanted to get killed. More domestic violence cases set to spike around England's World Cup matches in the months before the alleged attack. Chowdhury self-radicalized by watching beheading videos and declaring his support for ISIS. He also praised the Westminster Bridge attacker Khalid Masood in WhatsApp chats with friends, the court heard. At the Old Bailey today he sat in the dock wearing a dark red jumper and now sporting a beard and long hair. He smiled and waved to family members in the public gallery when he was brought into court from the cells. Timothy Cray, prosecuting, told jurors that when officers got to the side of the car they heard him say "it's all a bit fucked up," before he reached back to take the black-handled sword from its sheath. One officer suffered a cut to his palm and the other a cut to his finger. It is understood that no members of the royal family were in Buckingham Palace at the time, but the incident sparked a large evacuation around the palace, St. James's Park and the Mall. Jurors were told Chowdhury came from an educated background and dropped out of an English degree before becoming an Uber driver in London. But months before the alleged attack, Chowdhury began searching for ISIS beheading videos in the wake of the Westminster and London Bridge attacks. He also discussed the attacks on WhatsApp, praising the attackers and adding, "I support ISIS." Mr. Cray added, he told one of his friends who tried to talk him out of it, "I'm already radicalized." He also sent emojis of an Arabic-looking figure, a knife and soldier. There's loads of evidence he hated the UK and he's said he was going to stand up to the enemies of Allah. His sister became concerned about his views on Islam when he suggested watching Channel 4 drama The State about British-born ISIS fighters, the court heard. Chowdhury denies one count of preparing a terrorist act. The trial continues. If you have a story for our news team, email us at webnews@metro.co.uk. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.